Well, this year was no different. You know about cause and effect? Josh the firefighter. You see, it's like almost perfect resemblance. And then you have your wall of cases.
I'm sorry! Do you find yourself having weak and flimsy hands?
It breaks easily.
So this outer cup right here,
they're actually the same brand.
I'm not being controlled by a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat. There I did. I picked it up with my finger. How you like that one? That's what I did.
Hey guys, and welcome to our podcast. Now you might be noticing something different about my video. Is my network connection good, guys? I think it's not a bug. Okay, if you can see and hear me. So I'm actually using my phone as a camera. Now, as a comparison to the camera that I usually use, this is the camera that I would usually be using. My face is actually blown out right now. But I like the colors of this a little bit better. I can change the colors of my iPhone's camera if I pay for the software I'm using. But the best part is I'm using this for free, okay? And there's no watermark, which is one good thing. It's 720p. I'm going to show you using my, let me switch my camera to this, how I have it mounted, because it was quite the situation mounting my camera, my phone as a camera. As you guys can see, I'm using a GoPro mount, then I convert it to a tripod screw, and then I have a phone that goes to a tripod screw, then I have my phone put in. But this clip that I'm using to hold my phone is not the, it slides that my phone falls out pretty easily, so I have a paper clip that's holding the phone in place. As I use it as my camera. So I can't use my phone while I'm doing the podcast, but it's a way better camera, and I have to put my camera back. But now we're going to start off with the news. Let's see what we have today. So first, we are going to talk about the fridge. So this has a story with it. So basically, me and Bo were throwing water at each other, okay? And it landed on the floor because you throw it with your hands, okay, from the kitchen sink. Now, so much water on the floor, you slip and fall. So that's exactly what I did. I slip and fall. Then when I get up, I see the fridge. It says 0000, like these two digits up here. There's negative 88 and 88, okay? The only two things that were lit up were negative 00 and 00 or something like that. I don't know. And so then we get Moose's attention, and Moose comes down and to investigate. So I'm like, how about, I have an idea, okay? Because by this time all the lights lit up because we were pushing buttons. Okay, I have an idea. How about we turn off the fridge and we turn the fridge back on? So that's exactly what we did. I turned off the fridge and I turned the fridge back on. And it turns out that's what saved the fridge. Now, something that's scary about this, though, you might be like, this is just an ordinary fridge dying. Who knows how long you guys had it? We've gone for 7 or 8 fridges in our life, okay, from the old house to the new house, and this is like one of the, I think it's like the 7 or 8, if I lost count, maybe 6, somewhere around there. I think it's 7. Next up, we have to talk about.
Wait, correction. By the way, I was not throwing water at him. He was throwing it at me. I literally got him. I pulled my water bottle upside down to show him not to spill, and there was only one drop that came out. So he ran to the sink. He started splashing me with water, but he didn't want to get in trouble for that. So he said that we were both doing it when we really weren't. And it was just him splashing me because I was like drenched.
Okay. Next up, we have to talk about the dryer. Now, Moose dropped something behind the dryer, and I mean the washer, my bad, the washer. I don't know why I have dryer written down. But basically, the washer is super heavy, even when it's not running with no water in it. So we tried to move it back to get the thing out of there, and we moved it slightly by using the classic wiggle it one way, then wiggle it the other way approach. That's how we move our beds, okay? But what happened when we got back, we did not just find the bottle that we were looking for abyssal thing. We found so much dust. The floor was gray. The baseboards were gray. So we had to get the vacuum back there, but we couldn't get the vacuum back there that well with the dryer, the washer pulled out a bit. So we had to move the dryer out, as you guys can see. That's in the third picture. That's what's moved out. And there's the vacuum, and I was vacuuming, and it was so satisfying. And then we also have to talk about Bo right here, as you see. No hands, no Legs, well, actually legs, using feet. And if you remember a couple episodes ago, more than a couple, back in January, I did the same thing on E11's room. E11's door, and that was fun. Uh, and then we have a multitasking neighbor. So one day, the math monkey, which was another guest on the show, walked into the sunroom and he smelled smoke. So he was complaining about how people were smoking. Now, our neighbor smokes a little bit, as you guys can see based on this picture, but we did not see him at first, okay? So we thought it was people by, if you guys know who Roger is. Pa, I'm sure you know who Roger is, even though you've never seen him. You just heard about him. I'm sure you know who he is, the guy with the fire stick. We thought it was either his house or his neighbor's house, okay? But then we see this guy, our neighbor, mowing the lawn, and then we see him smoking. So he's multitasking. And then lastly, we have to talk about this was actually a bad idea, going up the steps feet first, like crab walking up the steps. I tried doing it, but I went up the bedroom steps. This is the basement steps, okay? And I got like 2 steps up, and then I fell down, and Bo was at the bottom of the steps, so I just ran over Bo, who was just sitting on the steps. And now, let me see how to take this off. We have the recommendations, which I do have a story after the recommendations. Then we have him.
Paul, what's so funny?
But please get Restream off.
Him.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so for the recommendations, we have this GoTrek G4 electric scooter. The max is 25-mile range at 20 miles per hour, and then you charge it. And it has an anti-theft lock. It has a bright headlight, so you can ride in the night, people can see you, and a tail light. It's foldable, cruise control, e-scooter for adults. So I recommend the scooter. Even though it's like $650, and there's some shenanigans going over there. But I recommend this scooter because it's foldable and you can carry it. It's fast. It lasts pretty long. It has lights, and I will highly recommend the scooter. And the price is a little pricey, but there's also this other one not made by GoTrax, another scooter I recommend. We can get to that maybe in a few weeks, but it's like cheaper, but it has a lower weight limit. So yeah, this is meant for adults, and so yeah, it has 2 wheels, and Ted, also known as Kyle, on what is it called? Amazon Live. Amazon Live, Tools Electro DIY. He recommends this scooter. I think he has one and he uses it and he likes it. So yeah. So now for the next one, we have this Hillsdale Alexis White Twin bunk bed with slats. And I won't recommend this because, as you can see in the reviews, when I counted the reviews, it doesn't really come with, like, one review says it doesn't come with, it's like a damaged, and it didn't come with instructions, like it's like a returned one, it wasn't like a new one. And we can go back down here. And so it says, receives a returned bed, no instructions, and all the hardware in a Ziploc bag. Receives someone's return. The box was clearly open, and when we unwrapped it, there was no instructions. Loose hardware inside, and the rest in the Ziploc bag. An absolute disgrace and total disappointment for my kids. Good bed, but most of the boards have chips. Bed was easily put together and sturdy. Only issue is most of the boards are damaged with chips or paint missing. So most of it is damaged and looks used and is, yeah, like low quality. Instructions are easy to read and installation was flawless. However, but it's not really heavy, so there is a potential of tipping over when an adult is climbing up the ladder. Also, paint came off of the railings the second night the bed was installed. It seems very cheaply made of a low quality product. So we read 3 reviews, and out of the 3 reviews, they all say that paint was chipping off or the wood was damaged. Now, I mean, this is meant for kids, but I mean, sometimes, like an adult, like a bunk bed, an adult should probably be able to safely go up to the top bunk. Um, but in this one, you can't without feeling insecure because the thing tips over, so you don't want to do chin ups on it, definitely. And, yeah, that's the recommendation.
Okay, guys, I just want to tell you a quick story. So we were trying to have Bo also use her phone as a. Bo, please mute. We were trying to have Bo use her phone as a camera because she has a 480p camera, and I mean that's just bad, okay? And so we set it up over. I can't move my camera, but we set it up that way, okay, with a tripod and everything. And then we found out, okay, that her computer is so slow, okay, that you can't run Google Chrome, iTunes, and then the camera thing, the camera software all at once. Would you believe that? Well, you would if you realized that she has an Intel Celeron some model of that, but that's basically bad, and only 4 gigs of RAM, and you're trying to run a 720p camera. This can go up to 1080, but I'm not paying for it to go up to 1080. So her computer, we couldn't get it working because I think her computer is not strong enough to handle the good camera. And now we have stuff from that guy.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Hey,
Go on, that
you know
guy.
what? I wanted to. What's that? Which guy?
Come on,
This guy?
Go on, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm getting covered up here by chat. At any rate, hey, I wanted to try something altogether new today. Okay. Basically, I want to start a new chapter called Geezer Talk. Okay, and I'm not talking about the Geezer Dream Sheets that the My Pillow guy sells. I'm talking about Geezer Talk, old guy talk. Okay, so things that interest us. Okay, one of the things that I have a story to go with this. As it turns out, I'm getting of that age where I'm starting to remember things that my parents used to tell me whenever they'd come to visit, and grandma's parents used to tell us whenever they'd come to visit. They'd always say, "Hey, you know what? We have to leave before it gets dark." Okay, and I never understood why. Okay, and now that I'm getting older, and driving in the dark, and I'm figuring, oh my goodness, it's hard. It isn't hard to figure out why, because when you're driving and you have old eyes, and the headlight people come at you with the high beams, and they don't. And more, I'm finding that people just do not put the low beams on anymore. It seems. Okay?
Moose, we're talking to you. We're talking to you, Moose. Person that doesn't even know how to operate headlights.
Irregardless, okay, I'm finding that particularly cars that come at you with these bright LED lights, okay, and you're an old guy driving down the road, and all of a sudden, wow, you can't hardly see anything until they go past you, okay. So I tried several different things, okay, and first thing I tried, I figured, well, okay, I'll start wearing dark sunglasses, okay,
At
and
night.
that worked. At night, yeah. And that worked on a limited basis because it would work great for the headlights. But you know what? When the cars go by, I found, you know what? You really can't see real well, okay? And you come to realize that, hey, I'm adding to the hazards on the highway. So I figured, that ain't going to work. So I put those aside, okay? So then I decided, you know what? Might be something better. Might be something even better to do. Okay. I got these yellow glasses. I put them on and they work really well. Okay. The headlights coming at you look to be green lights at that point in time. And you can see when people go by and so on and so forth. And it really helps you as far as being able to see deer and whatever as you're driving down the road. So
You should use a welding mask.
these were a marked improvement over these guys. Okay, so I figured that's good. Then again, you wind up with the peripheral vision. Okay, when things would go by, okay, or if you'd get your reflection on a side view mirror, it would still bother your eyes. Okay, so we tried something different. So by the way, these right here, roughly around $10 to $12. Okay, these right here, same deal, roughly about $10 to $12 to do it. So I figured there's got to be something better. Okay, so I wound up going to see our good friends at Harbor Freight, and they sell these yellow safety glasses. So I figured, you know what? They look very similar to these guys, but whenever I put them on, you have to take the old glasses off. You put these on, and it takes care of the peripheral vision. And you put these on top so you can actually see. And you know what? You may look a little funny to people that you're running down the road with, but these actually work and work very well because you got the peripheral vision coverage, and you can see really well. Whenever the headlights come at you, it doesn't hurt your eyes. As a matter of fact, I can stare directly at those headlights, and it doesn't even affect my eyes. So, old guys, whenever you're running down the road, night driving, these are really the ticket. So, highly recommended. One other thing, Bo, you were talking about the electric scooters. Okay, whenever we were in Florida, we saw a lot of people doing the thing, trying to combat high gas prices.
Doing the thing, yeah.
They're using the electric scooters to commute back and forth to work. Okay, really an ideal thing in Florida. One thing that the Biden economy is bringing us, everyone's going to ditch the cars and go electric. A lot of people are going to the scooters.
Yeah, speaking of high gas prices, in Big Sur, California, a couple of days ago, I think gas was like $7.29 a gallon, something like that. It has since gone down to like $6.09, but it was $7.29 a couple of days ago in Big Sur, California. And here in Maryland, okay, at a local gas station, gas for diesel is $6 a gallon. Okay,
that's exactly what we have.
What's
here
it at
in
your
Pennsylvania?
place?
In Pennsylvania, the diesel fuel is $6 right now, and it's been that way for about a week. I'm surprised that it's that way in Maryland because Maryland, your gas taxes are so much lower. Okay, right now here in Pennsylvania, you can still buy gas. Can still be found for $6.39 a gallon. Okay,
$6.39 regular.
For regular. Whenever we were in
$6.39, $6.39. Really?
That is correct. Now, whenever we were in Evansburg just yesterday, I saw a couple gas stations up there that had it $6.49. Okay, so it's still on the up, and we all know who we can blame for that. You like high gas prices? Vote Democrat. That'll get you every time.
So at your local one stop, what's the regular price at your one stop?
The local one stop in Arma, it was I filled up yesterday at $6.25.
Wow, because the app that I use to see all the gas prices, it's showing that you're like at $4.50, but I don't know when that was last updated. Probably not in a while since you're in Arma.
Well, just yesterday, I was like I say, it was. I'm pretty sure it was $4.25 yesterday is what I paid.
$4.25? I thought you said it was like $6 something.
No, $4.25. I'm sorry. I'm $6 fuel was for diesel. I missed.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
I kind of figured that what happened. So it wasn't $6.49. Was it $6.49 up in that one city? Or was it $4.49?
Up in Evansburg, it was $4.49 for regular.
Okay, that makes more sense than that $6.50 thing.
Yeah,
I mean in California, you can find gas for much cheaper than that.
Yep. That's for sure.
But that's what we should talk about next. How old people tend to lose their memory. You should have Prevagen sponsor us.
That could be.
Yeah, you should start to either buy Prevagen, start taking it, and then like a month or two, you do it
You talk about something that happened in the olden days. Well, with that, guys, we're gonna go to our final words. If you guys have any final words, do you have any final words? Okay, say your final words.
Okay, my final word is over the weekend I have a 3-day weekend, Friday through Sunday. I painted a lot of rocks. So I just
That's a lot of rocks, yeah.
So I made an M&M one, and then M&M. There's that one,
Cool.
and then I made a ladybug, a sun.
Cool. Cool.
Ones that have like abstract, like dots and stripes, golden with purple stripes, and try to look flushed out. There we go. And then I made a cupcake. There we go. I made a cupcake. But my favorite is the M&M I made. I showed you it first. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're on to hogs.
That hog. We're talking about that hog down there.
Yeah,
that
the one
hog.
down.
Your final words.
Okay. Final words. Hey, just keep on going, and remember, if you're an old guy driving at night, I can't recommend these enough. Boy, they help a lot.
Grandpa, we're talking to you.
And for my final words, I'm done with school, and that's.
Oh, I'm done with school too. I finished last week.
I think that's all I have.
Cool.
Okay, with
Good
that,
for you
well,
guys.
guys, we're done now. We're done.
Okay, bro, I have something to show. Okay, hello everyone who's
after
still
show.
here. Thank you for watching this far. If any of you, good job.